I have been waiting to make this video like all night. It was one of those where when I was watching this game, I wanted to go make the video, but it was like almost midnight. My night last night, I was playing football in the pouring rain, in the lightning, goal and an assist. I played nice. It was one of those times where I felt bad for the keepers though, because if anybody was able to get a shot off, very hard to stop with the skid. And then I come home, I grill a steak at 9:30, and I lock in for this game, bro. Oh my God, was it a treat? We have 2 games to talk about in the Club World Cup. Appreciate all you guys have been watching these videos, man. And we're trying to go daily through June, bro. I'm loving the football. We're going to upload it because, man, if I like to upload something, I'm going to upload something. Also, we're posting these on Spotify and Facebook now because football is football, and we're just posting it everywhere. So if you guys want to follow on either of those two, I'm going to link them in the description down below for those that use either of those. Nothing is going to change on this channel. And again, thanks for the support. Let's talk about the Botafogo game first. Guys, these guys just won CONMEBOL Libertadores, which I think is on par with as hard as it is to win the Champions League. You might think that's crazy, but now you kind of understand. There is a massive difference, and I try to tell people this all the time. The European teams have a luxury. They have a luxury. They have players with these astronomical transfer values. They play a prettier game, you know? These South American teams, bro. They go out there and they bleed, man. They don't care what happens. They leave it all on the pitch. And what PSG unfortunately did last night was they gave a team like Botafogo, who just won the CONMEBOL Libertadores, which I just said is, I think, as hard to win as the Champions League. It is, okay? They gave them a bit of taste of hope. That's what PSG did, unfortunately, in this match last night. They gave Botafogo just enough to say, wait a second. We just won CONMEBOL. Who cares we're playing the European champions? And let me tell you, this is not no European champion. Don't let anybody tell you that PSG is just a Champions League winner, okay? They are one of the better Champions League winners we've had in the last decade. They are a top 3 Champions League winning team out of the last decade of teams, in my opinion, with the style of football they played and how they thrashed everyone through the whole tournament, all right? We have not seen a lot of teams being able to keep up with this team. And Botafogo, I saw the funniest comment on Twitter. They showed Arsenal how to actually park the bus. They got a goal off of from Igor Jesus. The through ball was absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't seen it, it was a very nice ball in between the 2 center backs. PSG lineup yesterday with Beraldo and Pacho, so maybe you feel like, no, Marquinhos was the difference there. But you look at the PSG lineup, it's a strong lineup. You know, yes, a little rotation there with Zaire Emery and Mayulu starting in the game instead of João Neves and Fabian. And then obviously Beraldo for Marquinhos. But you look at the side, man. I mean, maybe, yeah, are they missing Dembele? Maybe. But this Botafogo team, they went out there and put out a performance. This Igor Jesus guy got a bit fortunate, a little bit of a deflection into the far post to score the first goal. But guys, let me tell you, man, it's a different style of football. And in the end, man, these Brazilian teams at this tournament, and the Argentine teams too, they're showing why, for me, I always rate that style of football so highly. Because it's not a luxury style. Yes, they can play pretty. If you watch the Botafogo game, you would look at the stats. You'll say, okay, wow, yeah, PSG probably deserved to win, okay? Well, from watching the game, okay, Botafogo really limited any good angles for PSG. I haven't seen a team all season that has been able to really limit PSG. Like, I've seen teams like Liverpool. Let's say Liverpool, when they played PSG in the knockouts, where Liverpool actually had Alisson make 30 saves over 2 legs, right? That wasn't this type of night. I mean, the amount of big chances PSG had were minimal. They had 16 shots, but the shots were not really effective. I mean, to get 16 shots and you only have 1 expected goal, you're not taking great chances. So Botafogo defended absolutely brilliantly last night. And again, they thrived on that first goal. And we see a lot of these scorelines. To all my guys out there that watch the the CONMEBOL, the Brazilian League, the Argentine League, any of these competitions, right? To you that watch it, you know this. These 1-0 scores are very common. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 1-0 with a red card, 0-0. Because these guys go out there and fight. It's so hard to play effective football when you play a Brazilian team that's out there ready to die for the badge. It's what it is to them. And it's why, for me, my favorite style of football is always the South American football. Because I feel like I'm watching a hybrid of football and like a death match, bro. It's crazy. And that's why, we just had the Copa America last summer, and honestly, it was probably one of the worst overall football performances I've ever seen. It was one of the most physical. I mean, every game, there was one game that I think that had like 60 fouls. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how they play football, but it's a different breed, and it's why when you match up a European champion against the CONMEBOL champion, PSG didn't really fit the matchup, man, because it's very hard to play that effective, fluid football that PSG likes to play against Botafogo. Now, could it have been a different story? If PSG went out there, they started with the Marquinhos, they started with, maybe Joao Neves, Fabian, because yes, in the second half, the momentum favored them for sure. They started to play a lot better, but Botafogo really just was like, hey, we're gonna let you have the ball. We're gonna do what a lot of teams did to PSG this season, right? Gave them 70-75% possession, but they're gonna say, okay, you can't get by us. And let me tell you something, watching the final whistle blow with Botafogo last night, watching how much it meant to those players, it gives you goosebumps from your couch because it just means so much. I mean, think about, guys, the Brazilian team who right now, yes, they won CONMEBOL last season. Boys, these guys are 8th place in the Brazilian league. 8th place in the Brazilian league. And at what point do we have to start to show more respect to this Brazilian league over leagues like Portugal? I mean, because, bro, the Portuguese teams, we're going to talk about that in 1 second. The Brazilian teams are looking strong. And if there's going to be an upset, like I said, there's going to be an upset. One of these Brazilian teams will do it. And we already see really the best upset at this tournament, where PSG, the most unstoppable team in the world, just lost 1-0 last night to Botafogo. We also seen teams like Monterrey in the Liga MX who just gave Inter, second in Europe, a draw. So not surprising to me, maybe surprising to you guys, but again, a prime example of why these South American teams are just a horrible matchup against anyone. So don't be surprised if you look at the knockouts of this tournament, right? There's going to be many teams, okay, that are going to be absolutely dreading if they will have to play a Botafogo, a Palmeiras, a River, because these teams are just not who you want to see, I'm telling you. They will go out there in a knockout and think, we don't care about you, we'll respect your football, but we're going to go win this game, all right? And that's how they roll. So, guys, 7th place, 8th place in Brazil, taking down PSG. I mean, wow, what a result. This is why this tournament, for me, people that say they don't like it are just hating. They're hating because they want to hate because it's in America. They're hating because they want to hate because it's too many games on the players, which is probably fair. They're hating because they just want to hate Gianni. I don't know. I'm loving this tournament, the last couple days specifically. That brings me to my next point. At what level do we have to start to say, is the Portuguese league that good? And I'm going to explain why. I've watched Inter Miami a lot because I do like Messi. Inter Miami is not a good football team. Okay, they're not. Their defense is not very good. Messi, Suarez probably should just let it go at this point. I love him. He's probably the best striker of the previous decade, but he's just looking exhausted out there. He's looking really sloppy. He's slowed down a lot. The hips aren't turning well anymore. But Messi reminds us last night, Messi can play anywhere in the world. And that's why it's so funny when you watch Messi in the MLS and you watch Messi in Inter Miami. When Messi actually goes and goes hard and then goes to Argentina, he still looks like Messi. Like, yeah, maybe he's slowed down 10%, but it's insane how good Messi and Ronaldo are. It's just unbelievable. The free kick from Messi reminded me of the one Copa del Rey like 10 years ago where he scored like 2 or 3 against Sevilla in one of the knockouts. Free kicks from the same spot, and you just knew it was going in every time. The dude is a GOAT. Porto starts off this match with a penalty. They convert it. It was a bit lucky, to be honest, that it went in because the keeper almost made a good save. Inter Miami's first goal from Segovia was incredible. It was such a good goal. It was such a good finish. The top corner off like a rebound in the middle. It was beautiful. And then Inter Miami, they honestly surprised me because I watched the game. I was watching this before I went to football. They saw out the result. I was actually really proud of Inter Miami, guys, because objectively this team has no capability to defend. And in 2 games, Falcon and Frey have held it down to 1 goal only in 2 games. So Inter Miami with a huge result last night. We're talking absolutely massive because we look at this group. Al Ahly is a team that, I'm not really expecting to do much here, right? And then you have where Inter Miami, I thought these guys were going to get sent out of knockouts. And man, who says no to watching Lionel Messi play knockout football? Who says no? Find one person that says, I don't want to watch Messi play in the knockouts, even if it's on Inter Miami. So look, they're putting themselves in a position. The trouble with the next game, it's a trap game, right? They're playing Palmeiras, who is a better team than them. What they will have to do, Inter Miami, is not lose by a bunch of goals and pray that Porto doesn't run up the score against Al Ahly. I don't know how the tiebreak works in this, but guys, I would love to see Inter Miami play some knockout football, get to watch Messi in a knockout. Is Inter Miami good enough to win this thing? No. But let me tell you this, bro. In terms of MLS, the way that these teams create in the tournament has been good. They don't defend well. But, man, an MLS team beating Porto. Guys, Porto is a team that Porto, Benfica, Sporting, these are teams that we do respect a lot in Portugal. It's a team that just finished third in the Portuguese league last season. And it's a team that Porto, we always see in the European competitions doing well. I love this tournament, and these teams are playing their players. It's so crazy. That was one of the crazier upsets that I have seen, guys, to be honest. And by the way, just to circle back to the Botafogo, it's amazing to see it, man. This is why I love this tournament. They're platforming players that we don't see all the time, teams that aren't on, let's just say, worldwide television, going out there and doing a business, man. I absolutely love it. So, guys, yesterday was an incredible day of this tournament. It was incredible. Don't let anybody tell you. There was 2 teams that won that shouldn't have won. Palmeiras took care of Al Ahly, and Atletico Madrid took care of Sounders. Group B, by the way, with PSG losing, just to talk about this real quick, just to show you, it's very interesting. Now, Sounders play PSG in the next game. There's no way Sounders are going to be getting a result against PSG. But Botafogo now with 2 wins. Botafogo versus Atletico. If you want to watch a grudge match, if you're into WWE or UFC, watch Atletico versus Botafogo. I think Botafogo, they could lose, but they are going to show Atletico Madrid and Simeone how to really play ratty. Crazy passion they have. So, yeah, today's matches are really good, guys. If you're watching this, it may already be done, but we've got some incredible matches today. Don't miss the Flamengo-Chelsea game, and don't miss the Bayern Munich-Boca game. Those 2 games will be really good. And then as we head over to the weekend, River is playing Monterrey, which should be a pretty good one. And Real Madrid, Pachuca on Sunday. We're still waiting for that Man City Juventus game. That's the one that I'm really waiting for. That one should be good. And then, man, obviously Monday is going to be a movie because we've got Palmeiras. This is when Monday we get to the point where this is where we're starting to decide, is somebody going to make the knockout or not? Inter Miami, Palmeiras, and then at the same time you're going to have that Porto game, so you're going to have drama there. It's going to be all going down. I guess they've double scheduled instead of spreading it all out once you get here. For the knockouts, they better not do that. Gianni, you better not do that for the knockouts. So, guys, thanks for watching the video today. Incredible day yesterday at football, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.